Another training session done. Felt pretty sharp today. First time in a while I felt that sharp in a session. I felt pretty tired and lethargic. But what I'm doing right now, it seems to be working, and I cannot wait to share that in an upcoming video here very soon. But one thing that I've learned now in the last few months, and especially these last few weeks, is that balance will not always be the best thing for you. And that is a controversial statement, but let me explain. So what I've come to learn about balance is that you want to have a balance, and I always preach that. I even have a video called How to Balance Football and Life. You can go watch that if you want to. And I always preach balance, and that you should strive to have a balance in your life, because long term that will help you the most in feeling good and also making progress. But the problem is when it comes to making progress, because what I've noticed is that during the last few weeks, I've been very overwhelmed because I've tried to take so many things on at the same time. And that includes my YouTube channel, making the videos, producing them. I've had school assignments that have needed to be handed in, and I've had my own individual trainings, and I had team trainings, and I've tried to balance all these things because those are things that I want to do. And obviously I want to make progress in all of them. But what I come to realize, and I've read this in other places and heard it from other people high up as well, is that to make the most amount of progress, you need to focus on one thing at a time. But that doesn't mean focusing on one thing for a year. It could mean, if I give an example, in the last few days, I've had a lot to do. I've had, as I said, school assignments that need to be handed in. I've had YouTube videos that I need to produce, and I've had to do my training, and I had to balance all these things, and I started to feel overwhelmed, and I started to feel I can't do all of this at once, and it doesn't feel like I'm making any progress. But then I realized, and like everything that I've heard and listened to, it came to fruition, because I realized that in this particular moment, today I will only focus on this very one thing. So yesterday, I had a lot of things to do, but I said to myself, today I will just focus on this one thing. And I haven't made that much progress in a very long time, because I've tried to juggle all these things at once and it hasn't worked out. But then I just had this realization, and sometimes it may seem simple, but you need to understand it in your own mind, and you need to be able to adapt these concepts in theory into your own life for them to actually make sense for you. And that's what it did. But as I said, I'm not saying that you shouldn't have a balance in your life, but when you want to make progress on one thing, say it's your football. I assume most people here want to make progress in their football career. And maybe you have to balance that with school or work. But say to yourself, for this amount of time, today, I will just focus on this one thing if you feel overwhelmed with all the other things around it. That was just a learning that I wanted to share, and I hope you appreciate it. I learn new stuff all the time, and I try to share them with you so you can learn them as well. But that's it for this time. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.